Okay, so let's do a quick update video on the Supercharger XR8 build. So obviously I have started to disassemble everything I need to get the blower in, intakes, plenum, etc. out, and I've actually set up a little crankcase breather system. So I've got that done, and we're starting to run out of light, so I thought I'd do a quick update video now, and then I can carry on and pull the fuel rails out and injectors out and start swapping that over. But finally got her, well, I painted since I've had her. Just a quick sneak preview of the paint. And got it road legal again, yay! So now we can pull it apart and put a supercharger on, the moment you've got it road legal for the first time in about 6-7 years. Oh well, time to carry on.
Be a bit slow on the straights. We'll have to wait and see though. I feel like it's about 170 horsepower, it's fairly light, so it's not the worst.
Fail race in the background, drying plenums in the foreground. Okay, so a quick update on the Microsquirt / Raptor Supercharger install. So that's the main sort of engine harness. I've had that out, stripped it down, rewired the injector system to batch fire to work with the Microsquirt, and I'm just awaiting new injector plugs to switch out the injector plugs from these shitty fucking AU ones that seem to fit next to nothing. So that's definitely a trap for young players, and something worth noting is that the AUs run a different injector plug to practically every other Ford, so all the common big injectors, they all run the EV1 style Bosch plug. The AUs don't run, so you need to make sure you order some of those at the same time, which I didn't know and didn't order. I got some other connectors with them at the time with my injectors. Let's have a wee look, just grab one out quickly. So there's the injector that I got, well that's one of them, and then I got told to get these adapters that I'm not sure what on earth they're meant to plug into. They don't plug into the loam at that end, and they don't plug into the injector at that end, so rubbish, good for nothing. And we still haven't swapped the injectors. That's a job for today, but look at this. I've got Microsquirt loom coming through the firewall quite nicely, and I've been figuring out all my wires on the chassis side of the main plug for that engine loom, so I'm going to wire into the chassis side so the engine can easily be unplugged and swapped out. And there's the Microsquirt hanging around in there, and it's going to end up living inside the glove box, I reckon, considering where it is there. Make it nice and easy to get to the plug for tuning as well. The glove box really gets used for nothing, and that's all the wiring I'm not going to use. So we're in for a wiring day. So once I get all that main wiring done, I think I might start fitting the supercharger in here. See if we can fill this gap. Oh well, back to work. And that's the other thing I forgot to show you just before, is I've decided to paint the plenum black to go with all the black Raptor Supercharger setup, seeing as that's pretty much all black. I haven't actually painted the throttle body, which obviously bolts on right there. I'm not sure I will. We'll see how that goes. The top plaque thingy, whatever you want to call it. That I'm going to have painted black down in the recess, and then I'm going to polish the top of it. So we'll see how that looks, but in theory it'll have black 5 litre V8 down in its little recessed channel bit, and the rest of it will all be polished up. So hopefully that looks quite cool. But yeah, the gloss black engine enamel seems to look alright. So a couple of imperfections here and there, but she's pretty mint. So that will be going on the top after I get the injectors wired up in that main lumen, which is all going to be next weekend, sadly. Maybe I take some time off work. We shall see. Okay, another progress report. Another day of battling away doing wiring. I'm actually slowly but surely getting there, but man, it has just been all day joining wires, soldering wires, crimping wires, cutting wires, so on and so on. But most of it's done. On the right here is more or less what I've got left. Coolant, O2, that's the actual 12 volt power wire in. That's just the sensor ground for the intake air temp sensor. Over here is my, which will end up going up to the map and stuff, is the voltage reference wire. I modified and fitted, it's actually a TRX 420 coolant temp sensor, and made a bit of loom for that, which is way too long, but that'll hone off down the back there. Still haven't swapped the injectors over, and still don't have injector plugs. Cut and plugged the bloody, and hopefully it'll work and not be a dick, the that all buggers off down to the VR sensor for the crank position, which is in a shit, the plug's just in a shit spot. Like, you look at it and think, oh, that's not too bad, but fuck me, I'd like to see someone fit their hand in there and actually unplug that. So that's why I've decided to cut it here, so I can actually plug it in and unplug it without it being a death battle. But that all could be an issue. We'll see how that pans out. I've piggybacked into the crank position sensor wires in here, which is that grey shielded one, and then that it's bizarre because it's shielded all the way through the engine to the main plug, but then on the chassis side of the main plug it's not shielded at all. But yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, so most of the wiring's done though. Like, we've not got too much to do, although still got to do all the injector plugs and tidy up all that main engine harness, and then yada yada yada. But anyway, slowly coming together. It's like 6 hours of wiring or something today. But anyway, probably not going to get much done until next weekend, so until then, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more progress in the AU Pursuit Ute Raptor Supercharger build.